Well, I came out to get in the car and it says Mary Ann, so that's a good start to the day. Well, we're having a pretty casual Sunday at our house, just me and Dawn. The boys will be home around 5 p.m. We had our first cool night, you know, where you could really tell it was cool with lows in the upper 50s. It was refreshing out there. But what happened is all the cats decided that they were feeling frisky because it wasn't hot. And so I had a little trouble finding Tux this morning. Yeah, well, I guess when you're used to getting fed at 5:30 and Mom doesn't come and feed you until 8:30, 9 o'clock, you might get bored waiting on her, huh? Yeah. Normally he's right close to the house, though, and he had just...
Dad put Mom on the line and you...
gone off into the woods, and... you know, he did come after I called him for a few minutes, so, but whew, that was a little bit worrisome. I have spent the entire morning on my computer and kind of working on a special project, which I won't be talking about here until later in the week. And also did a lot of work for Guardian Angel, got their YouTube channel up and going with the videos I had made. I'm also in the middle of making another video, but you know what? I need some fresh air, and Ruby needs some fresh air, and my poor tired eyes need some non-screen time. So it's 2 p.m. and I'm taking a break and headed to town to go where? Well, just to walk around Guardian Angel for a few minutes. Yeah, that's where I'm headed. After we got back from our drive yesterday, Dawn spent 45 minutes sprucing Ruby up so she would look really good for me this week. And she does sure look really shiny. I appreciate him doing that. We're not supposed to get any rain, so his efforts will probably stay around for a few days, so that's good. Well, I enjoyed walking around in there for a few minutes. Didn't find anything much today. A couple of books and a t-shirt for Michelle's son Connor, Halloween t-shirt. But I enjoyed walking around and talking to the staff that I know, and you know, it was good, like I said, to get away from the screen for a while. Trains fascinate me, and even though the graffiti is wrong, I still thought the monkey face was pretty cool. On Sunday, there are always engines parked here on the track. I often stop by to check them out. Often the engines change, just depends. I've seen a couple of the Norfolk and Southern Heritage engines, so it's always worth checking it out. So I ordered this lens ball off Amazon, not the expensive one on Facebook that they had advertised, and I just wanted to see what it would do. I have to say, you do get some interesting, although upside down images with it, which I knew, and I have a way to flip them. Hi, Tux. What's the matter? I just fed you and I gave you a tummy rub? Yeah. The first of the month means Amazon subscribe and save, and that means boxes for the cats, at least for a day or two. Something new in their environment. They've been hopping in and out of them all day. Well, I'm back home with my sweetie. He kept my spot nice and warm here on the couch for me, and I've made some homemade guacamole and brought him a beer, and we are watching the last 4 minutes of the Panthers-Patriots game. Now, I am not a Panthers fan, but I am a fan of anyone ahead of the Patriots, so Go Panthers in this particular case. Yep.
That's right. She's a good girl. I love my sweetie. Okay, we use TeslaFi, and we've got a month of data here for September. We're going to drill in a little closer and look at the detail here. As you can see, each day has the number of drives. Like on Friday, the 1st of September, we took 8 drives for a total of 110.34 miles, and we used an average of 370 watts per mile. It costs us $2.86 to drive those miles, and we bought $3.81 of electricity from the power company. If you notice, on the first of it shows a little red car, a circle with a red car. that is means we drove over 100 miles, and the little green battery means that we charged on that day. Whereas if you look on Saturday the 2nd, we only drove 25 miles, so we just get a regular car, and we did not charge that day, so there's no little energy, no little battery there. If you go look at the top, it gives us the total number of drives that we took on all the days in September, total of 217 drives for for 2,041 miles, 340 watts per mile average, and basically we spent 77 hours and 20 minutes driving. We charged 24 times at home. We used or bought 969 kilowatt hours from the power company, and we used 830 kilowatt hours to actually drive the car. The total cost of that electricity was $67.84. We did charge 3 times at travel charges. In actuality, those were at the Tesla service center. And here you can see that what a typical charge record looks like. It tells us where we charged. It said we charged from 10:57 a.m. to 12:54 p.m. for an hour and 57 minutes. When we started, we were at 53%, and we ended at 80%. We used 28.9 kilowatt hours. That's how much energy came from the utility company. And we added 26.54 kilowatt hours to the battery. That was 91.8% efficient. The rest of it went up in heat. Now we charged, this was at the Tesla service center, so they're using 208 volts where we use 240 volts, but they have a much high powered outlet charger. They charged at a maximum of 72 amps. That charge cost $2.02, and it, like I said, it took exactly 2 hours.
Now that it's October 1st, our time of use hours for peak, shoulder, and off-peak are changing. From 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning, we'll be on peak usage. That's because it gets cold overnight, and in the wintertime, everybody's running their heat at the coldest part of the day. From 9 till 12 noon, we'll be on shoulder, and also again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. we'll be on shoulder. That will impact my cooking a little bit, but not much I can do about cooking on the shoulder time. The remaining time will be off peak. So what this means for us with the car is that we will have to be careful to make sure we start charging at about 8:05 p.m. and make sure that we are done charging by 6 a.m. Most nights that's not a problem, but on the occasional time where I may have driven more than normal, we will just have to monitor to make sure that we don't enter that peak period from 6 to 9 a.m. with the car charging.